Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny here with your weekly reset video for Tuesday, May 16th, 2017. We're going to be going over all the in-game content that you can do this week in Destiny, as well as covering details about the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal that is going to be going on this week on Thursday. So if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and if you like something in this video, positive rating is greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 content, and with that, let's go ahead and get started. First, we have been doing with Age of Triumph. We're going to cover the raid. The weekly featured raid in the is the Wrath of the Machine. This week it features a Vosic and Axis challenge. Vosic challenge basically means kill Vosic first by making sure that you use the 2 balls at the end of the damage phase, the 2 Siva charges, to close the doors where you can be safe, and basically making sure that you take out all of those rooms before you take out Vosic. The Axis challenge is where you have to supercharge all your team when you are supercharged, and when you are having the empowerment on the back plates. And you have to do that every single time that Axis teleport. So if you've got any questions, check out my Twitch live streams, twitch.tv/Mano777. We help people through the raids all the time. We also have some good videos on how to complete that very easily, and you can also ask a lot of good questions when you're there or get in with our team. So that is the weekly featured raid for this week. Let's go over to the weekly Nightfall strike. This week it is the Archon Priest. The modifiers this week are Epic, Specialist, Chaff, Ironclad, and Exposure. Specialist and Ironclad are going to be something that you're going to definitely need to think about, because Specialist is really strong. You want to be using different elemental types. Ironclad basically means that shields the enemies have are enhanced, so you need to make sure that you're using the Specialist to basically take out all of these shields that you can, because Specialist will inhale special weapons to do damage. I would say bring a sniper of each elemental damage type. Chaff is going to be kind of tricky on this one. It's because you don't have the ability to look at your map, especially during the boss fight. That can be pretty nasty. And then Exposure can cause some problems there too, just because you won't get your life back as quickly as possible, even though you have some enhanced life. So basically, lots of different sniper rifles. Make sure you hang out in the back. I definitely make sure you have a nice scout rifle with explosive rounds to take things out and go from there. So that's the weekly Nightfall strike. This week, the Siva Crisis Heroic playlist is featuring Solar Burn, Specialist, much like the Nightfall, and Fresh Troops. From that, you'll get a Treasure of Ages package, as well as some legendary marks. So that is the Siva Crisis playlist. I would say if you've got like your Icebreaker, if you've got Black Spindle, that will work really well when you're in the Siva Crisis Heroic playlist. Next up, we've got the weekly story playlist. The weekly story playlist is going to feature Solar Burn, much like the Siva Crisis strike, but it's also going to feature Brawler. So maybe one of those opportunities for you to go over and do the stuff over there. The stories in the story mode over here in the weekly story playlist are going to feature the Dark Champions playlist. So you're gonna go ahead and take care of those things through those opportunities with that. Let's go ahead and go over to the Crucible right now and see what is going on. Iron Banner is no longer here with us, but this week we are featuring Mayhem Clash. So if you need the opportunities to go in and take care of some, basically continue to get more rep when you're doing your competitive multiplayer, you can farm Crucible packages because those matches go very quickly. The other types we have are Clash, Rift, Elimination, Skirmish, as well as Rumble Supremacy. Of course, you can always do private matches too. For Challenge of the Others this week, we've got these modifiers: Catapult, Melee Kill Bonus, and Small Arms. So really good for killing, lots of power boosts to yourself. However, they don't really necessarily work together to boost points and things like that. So if you do it, you'll be able to kill pretty easily, because Catapult gives you increased grenade, recharge, Melee Kill Bonus, and Small Arms. I mean, those work pretty well together. So what I do is maybe wear down all the enemies and then maybe run around and start punching them there. That'd be very strong wrong this week. So it actually might be a good week to get some Challenge the Elders done if you want to check that out. Round 1 is going to be Nerusk, Servant of Orcs, which is the Taken version of a Cabal boss. Round 2 is the Vex Minotaur. Round 3 is the Sedidious Mind, which is the Taken Hydra from the Vex. So that is the Challenge of Elders this week. Okay, we are here at the Cryptarch here in the Iron Temple. The different artifacts that we have from the Iron Lord artifacts this week are the Memory of Felwinter, the Memory of Tamir, and the Memory of Perun. The Memory of Felwinter gives you the ability to lose your super but gain 1 extra grenade and melee charge, and small boosts all stats. Orbs grant melee and grenade energy. It's got a very, very nice roll, as it usually does, but remember, even though it will probably make you a tier 13 or tier 14 character, remember you're really not going to have the ability to use your super. So technically, really the highest you can ever get is tier 10. What I mean by that is your intellect and discipline here and your strength. Basically what it does is it negates the ability to use your super. So intellect reduces, I'm on my Sunbreaker right now, Hammer of Souls cooldown time, allowing you to use it more often. It basically buffs the amount of discipline and strength you can have and maxes it out and gives you a small boost to stats. The roll this week is pretty nice. It's 332%. Again, it's going to be very strong. So if you haven't picked that up, especially say for example if you are a Defender Titan or if you're a Night Stalker that want to use those abilities to use a lot of smokes and suppressor grenades or things like that, that's going to be very strong, very strong, very strong. The Memory of Tamir, where melee attacks on minor minions of the darkness have the chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. Not a very good roll this week. Discipline and strength, not very good at all. This is a 79% roll, so I would skip that this week if you have the opportunity. Memory of Perun is the final one this week. Enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. This is kind of the Iron Lord artifact that probably does the least. Even the Memory of Tamir has some, qualities to it that are pretty positive. This is just basically like, look at guardians who have full supers and enemies that have low health. It's not very strong at all. So the roll on it is an 86% roll. So again, I'd skip that. Definitely pick up your Memory of Felwinter if you haven't picked that up yet. So just food for thought, something to think about when you are getting your Iron Lord artifacts. Let's go over here and check out Shiro 4 and his bounties over here. Again, his bounties will give you the opportunity to get the Thorn hand cannon if you have not gotten it, at least the quest line. We have the complete public events in the Plague Lands. We have Kill Fallen Majors and Ultras. Definitely pick this one because you're going to be doing the raid hopefully this week, and that's going to be very strong in there. Then complete Servitor encounters in the Archon's Forge, as well as complete Vandal encounters in the Archon's Forge. Let's check and see if there's anything that's tier 12 here. I mean, the Mantle of Peril and the Warlock Bond are okay. I believe those are about 96% rolls, which are good, not perfect, but pretty good. So that is the Vanguard Scout. Let's go over to the tower going on over there. All right, we're here in the tower. We're here with Lord Shax, and let's see what bounties we have for us this week. First of all, we have exercise your skills in the Clash match type. That's going to work very well for the Mayhem Clash this week. In addition, we've got exercise your skills in the Rift match type this week. So that's what you can do over there. Let's check the Crucible Quartermaster and see what bounties he has over here for us. This week, we've got use hand cannons, use scout rifles, use fusion rifles, use sniper rifles, and use heavy weapons to defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible. So some pretty strong ones this week that you can get and take care of. Let's go over here to Commander Zavala and see what's going on this week for our strike bounties. First of all, we've got the Earn Gold tier, Silver tier, or Bronze, and the Strike Elite bounty. We've got Sunrise, which is earn a gold tier achieved medal in the Nightfall before time expires. That's also the Icebreaker bounty if you haven't picked that up yet. And complete Siva Crisis of your fire team dying to earn flawless medals. This is actually one that's pretty easy to do with randoms because technically on your fire team, you basically don't have someone in your fire team if you're running around. If you can just complete the Siva Strike without yourself dying, it's actually pretty strong. So one of those things that you can do and take care of. So that's everything that we've got this week for the for Destiny. I know Iron Banner is gone, but here's what you need to know about the gameplay reveal trailer. On Thursday, they are going to be featuring it on Twitch, which is pretty strong. I'm pretty excited about that. So all you got to do is go to Bungie's Twitch page, which is I believe just twitch.tv/Bungie, which is going to be really strong. It's one of those things that you want to check out, and basically just, you know, make sure you've got that set and make sure you have notifications and stuff like that on. So it's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about seeing it. It's going to be very strong. If you want to check out the gameplay reveal, basically to start with, in the west coast of the US, it starts at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you're in the UK, it's going to be 6 p.m. and if you're in Europe, CEST, it's going to be 7 p.m. So that is the gameplay of reveal trailer, which is pretty exciting, guys. I'm super stoked. I can't wait to see what the next chapter in Destiny holds for us, guys. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.